production of Broad and High is funded in part by the Greater Columbus Arts Council, supporting arts, advancing culture, and connecting the community to artists, events, and classes at columbusmakesart.com.
And PNC, committed to Central Ohio, for the achiever in you.
This time on Broad and High. After 28 seasons with the Columbus Symphony, Peter Stafford Wilson tells us what's in store for his retirement.
They say one of the ways to stay young is to reinvent yourself, and that's what I'm doing.
A powerful poem from a local Syrian immigrant.
I am American, oh dear America, I love you.
And I get some tips on how to make an impressive holiday bouquet. This and more right now on Broad and High. Hi everyone, welcome back to Broad and High. I'm your host, Kate Quickle. After 28 seasons, Associate Conductor Peter Stafford Wilson recently announced his retirement from the Columbus Symphony. Wilson also leads the Symphony's nationally renowned youth programs and was honored this year for his commitment to education by the Greater Columbus Arts Council as well as Columbus City Schools. We recently caught up with him to reflect on his career and to find out what comes next.
I was an oboist, went to Cincinnati Conservatory on a performance degree, but I'd focused on conducting early in my life. I was an early teenager when I became really enchanted by the whole idea of conducting. I never considered myself a great oboe player. And quite honestly, I suffered from stage fright. I really would get incredibly nervous before a performance. And what little dabbling I did with conducting, I realized that went away. And it may have been something just as simple as not facing the audience. Literally, when I put the stick down at the end of June in 2018, I will have conducted youth orchestras in some form, shape, or another, in some city or another, for 40 years. Working with kids is just an extraordinary experience because, first of all, you have the future of the industry, the future of the art form. You're training musicians who will take chairs in major orchestras. And I'm very proud of our program here. We've got a couple of kids in the Philadelphia Orchestra. I've got a former student in the Chicago Symphony. What's the first rule in sight reading? Oh, you guys are genius. My real mission is to somehow plant in the minds of these kids and their hearts that a great orchestra is an extremely important part of a great city. Working with a professional orchestra, you go in and you conduct the first rehearsal, and you could invite the public, you could charge money for that. But with a youth orchestra, if you take before and after pictures, you're astonished at the progress, and that's one of the great rewards, is remembering that first rehearsal when it was unrecognizable to that point 8 weeks later where, gosh, I think the composer might actually have found that compelling. One of my goals with my departure from the Columbus Symphony, or one of the reasons for it, is to free up my schedule for more ballet opportunities. And it's becoming apparent to me that I really, if I'm going to go in this direction full force, I need to have the freedom where scheduling is concerned to make commitments. It's the new career at my age. They say one of the ways to stay young is to reinvent yourself, and that's what I'm doing.
Learn more about the Columbus Symphony, as well as its youth orchestras and programs for young musicians by visiting columbussymphony.com. Sarah Abu Rashed was born and raised in Syria. She immigrated to Ohio with her family in 2013, knowing no English, but quickly started writing poetry in her new language. She recently delivered her powerful poem, I Am America, to an audience at the Columbus Convention Center, and we are able to share it with you here today.
I do not know all of your names, but all of you do know mine. I am America. I am America. I am America, for America is one resilient woman who is loud, proud, strong, whose shoulders shelter continents, whose arms extend and reach beyond oceans. I am America. I am the voice, the face, the body of America. I am America, for I am different. For I know and feel and see and hear and love and accept and defend and embrace my differences. I am America, for I don't want to be like everyone else, for everyone else is not even like everyone else. I am America, for I come from someplace else. آتي من خلف شواطئ المتوسط واللغة العربية تجهلها ألسنتكم. أنا أمريكا. I am America. I am America, for I too have lost a founding father, a history, a legacy of the old wise men long ago gone. My Constitution is one book they're leaving to dust. I am America, for I too have won a mother. The Statue of Liberty stands tall like the only family virtue you may not find in foreign blood, but you certainly breathe in air. I am America, for I am revolutionary. My revolutions are volcanoes. My voice rises and falls like hot lava on the hands of my oppressors. I am America, that I protest. The Washington March spread like honey in my veins. Yes, honey, I say, because in America we are sweet and we stick together like this. I am America because no one can divide me. Your borders do not define me. My landscape is my pure dress being stained with violent blue and bloody red. There are needles being put through me, scissors and sewing machines ready to redesign me, telling me parts of me they like and parts need cut, uprooted, taken out of the streets, out of my insides out. I am America because I am one. It's all of me, it's all of us, or none. I am America. I am America, and oh dear America, I love you. Even at times when you do not love me. I claim you even when you denounce me, when you tell me that I need to go back, that I simply do not belong, when you strangle me, handcuff me at airports, prison me, deport me. I love you still. And I grasp onto you like a child to its mother even when you let go of me. And I wear your face, America. I wear your face of 13 stripes and 50 stars, even when you're too afraid to look into mine, because I am not ashamed of you. I am ashamed of what they've made you. America, they do not know you like I do. And like this poem suggests, I am not fully American, and I may never be. With a name like Sarah Abu Rashed, I can only go so far. And yet, I stand for America, for the hyphen in Arab American. I am the fact that 4 years ago, I did not speak one word of English, but now my American citizenship is the only legal proof of my global existence. With one suitcase, escaping war war-torn Syria, I am here now, in nerves and body and blood. I am America, and so is each and every one of you. Thank you.
You can read more of Sarah's poetry and explore some of her artwork by visiting her website at sarahthepoet.com. So with the holiday season upon us, I called upon some talented flower folks who could help me put together a very cool and festive centerpiece that would add some pizzazz to my holiday table. Or at the very least, seriously impress my mother-in-law. And it was super easy. So check out some of these simple tips and tricks to learn how you can make one of your own.
So tonight we're doing a festive holiday class. So it is a wreath decorating. The wreaths are pre-made already, and they're just going to embellish them with ornaments and things. And then they're also going to make a floral foam arrangement. And floral foam arrangements are really great because they last a lot longer than a vase arrangement. They're a little bit less maintenance as well, so you don't have to keep changing the vase or the water out. You know, it's just kind of one and done, and then they'll last for several weeks for the holidays, which is always nice for entertaining.
So, do we start
Yes.
with the greens?
Yes.
So what are all of these? They all look different.
This guy is called lemon leaf or salao. Then the other ones are more Christmas green. So
Okay.
this is pine, and then this is cedar. But something like this, you can just pull it right off your tree. So the first step in working an arrangement is called greening a vase.
Okay, so are you deliberately sort of starting on the outside, the
I
perimeter?
am.
Okay.
I kind of like starting here, and then I'll kind of work my way in.
Okay.
And we can always go back in and fill in spots if they look bare.
We've greened the vase.
Yes, we've
Okay.
greened the vase.
Success.
I'm a huge fan of metallics, so what I did is I took the lemon leaf and I actually tinted it with it's floral spray paint, essentially.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And it still has that natural feel, like this doesn't feel like a plastic plant. Which
Yeah,
is nice.
exactly.
But clearly it's been jazzed up a little.
Just a little
Yeah.
bedazzle for it. Then I'm going to go in with some roses.
Fun.
So I have a few different varieties here.
So the flowers will be the first things to kind of go once the floral foam starts to dry, but you can just pluck those out and still have a nice greenery piece. It really can last for a month, and that's why we really love to work with greeneries as a base.
They come grown with something called guard petals. It helps
Oh.
protect them when they're being shipped.
Okay.
So there's a few on the outside that are green or discolored. And so with that, you can just pluck those right off. Also fun, at floral shops, you can throw everything on the floors.
Well
then you just sweep up later. So keep your tabletop clean.
I think most people are frustrated with roses because they don't understand a lot of the care that goes into them. So they'll buy them from the market and come home and then they'll die a few days later. And a lot of times it's because they weren't put in water soon enough.
Roses are one of the only flowers that you really need to be careful about cutting it on an angle. It prevents it from sitting directly in the bottom and being cut off from its water source.
That only applies to roses?
Pretty much.
So high maintenance.
I
those
know
roses.
they are, but for a reason, they're pretty. This is called Alstroemeria, and you can find this guy quite a bit at the grocery store. They're pretty tight and closed up right now, but as you let it sit out in your house, they'll keep blooming. Yep.
Okay.
Then I also have some spray roses.
A spray rose is a miniature version of a standard rose, and they also have multiple blooms on a stem. So there'll be 3 to 5 rose blooms on a mini one versus the standard.
You know, I kind of like them all branching.
Yeah.
It'll help fill it in nicely. These are called hypericum berries.
Okay.
With these, though, you do want to be careful with pets or that kind of thing.
Oh.
They're actually toxic to eat.
That's
So,
not fun.
yep, keep that in mind wherever
way.
you're placing it. Another thing that you can do, and very easy to gather from your own yard, I just had pine cones.
Perfect.
And then
Cool.
all you do is just take a long, thin wire and just kind of work it in there.
Okay.
And then just twist it and just tuck it in the foam. And then you can kind of just manipulate it and nestle it between flowers, and it kind of supports itself. And then the other thing that I have that's a fun addition, and everyone loves because it smells so good, are taking oranges or clementines. I use clementines because they're a little smaller, and just putting cloves in them. If you've never done the cloves and the clementines before, it's just really simple to buy whole cloves is important.
And you just pierce them in, you don't have to like prick it first or anything?
No, not at all. So they have kind of a pointed end. So whatever design that you want to make, you can just kind of, just push it right in. And then,
so good.
so this is called a hyacinth pick, but you could get something like this at like a dowel rod or, you know,
skinny dowel rod,
anything.
yeah.
Exactly. Even like shish kebab skewers or something like that.
you can
Whatever works. So, and it gives it a stem to stick in there.
That is
amazing. There you go.
It's so pretty.
Yeah.
I can't believe we made that.
I know, it didn't take very long either.
That's amazing. Thank you for showing me how
Yeah,
to do
good
it. I
job,
feel like I
Kate.
could go home and do this.
Yes, you
I can't. I'd have to
absolutely
clean up
could.
my own floor, which would be a bummer. But this is great. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Kate.
Visit flowermanflowers.com to learn how you can participate in one of their upcoming floral classes. They have locations in Columbus and Dayton. You can also find them on Facebook. Artist Tasha Lewis recently transformed Franklin Park Conservatory's gallery with thousands of butterflies, but not the kind you're used to seeing at the conservatory's annual Blooms and Butterflies exhibit. Her blue cyanotype butterflies hover in midair and seem to swarm the space, blurring the connection between the natural and artificial worlds.
Right now we're celebrating our 20th anniversary of Blooms and Butterflies, and for about the last 10 years or so we've tried to incorporate art into our exhibitions, and her work just really captured the butterflies, obviously.
For this show, it's mostly showcasing my cyanotype prints. I think a lot of people, this process, because it's a historic process, it's kind of this enigma. People are like, did you paint those? Like, how did you do that? Like, did you really sew them? Did you use a machine? And it's like, so it's kind of fun for me to both have people look at it and just be thinking and guessing about how I made it, and then other people who actually know the process, knowing then that history that enriches the piece. I started as a photographer, and I was always doing darkroom photography, and I was always interested in like creating a more tactile image, like an image that's less instantaneous. It's actually a photographic image on the fabric, and the fabric has the chemical on it. I place my negative on top of that, put it in the sunlight, expose it for about 15 minutes, take it out in water, wash it, and then this is the end result, is a blue and white image. After I cut out each individual butterfly, I then stiffen each individual butterfly, and then it has the sort of quality that it has now, where you can see that they can be, you know, opened up or folded, and they have a kind of body to the wing. And then I go through and hand sew magnets onto the back. I was trying to subvert the idea of taxidermy. I was trying to create these scientific specimens in a way that were more liberated, that were more free, and that could engage the space in a very different way than, you know, something that's hung on the wall, like a deer head or something. And these butterflies, obviously, they're the opposite of a cabinet of butterflies that you would see in a museum that's, you know, very geometric and very, you know, behind glass. And so these are, you know, trying to be dynamic and breaking out.
People love butterflies. It's crazy.
I think that's what I like, that somehow this butterfly symbol is very accessible. It's this birth and regrowth and, you know, the cycle of life, and then also they're just like this beautiful object. And then I just kind of ran with it and just kept multiplying and multiplying and just seeing how big I could get it. And this is 4,002 butterflies. I'm starting a project called Swarm the World. And the plan is for me to subdivide this whole swarm into mini swarms of 400 butterflies, which is still a lot of butterflies. And so I have people in like 60 different countries so far. And the idea is I'll send out these 400 butterflies to the first 15 different locations. And then those people will have them for 4 weeks. They'll be able to install them in their neighborhoods and photograph them, upload them to my blog. And it'll be this kind of collaborative, social media powered, you know, connection of people through the butterflies. So my hope is that, you know, it'll go all around the world and I'll get all these new images, and the butterflies will come back to New York, and I'll have a big sort of final exhibition with all the photos, you know, taken by my collaborators with me. that's the hope. So we'll see. For people to come in and interact with the physical objects and then see the more conceptual side of the project. I hope that that sparks interest and makes them think, these are more about thinking about the objects you pass on the street and thinking about them slightly differently as, kind of these objects that can become beautiful.
Since we last talked to Tasha, her global street art project has come home to roost in New York City. Over the last 3 years, she has collected thousands of photos from 120 participants around the world. She's assembled these images into a new 260-page book. Visit swarmtheworld.com to learn more about her project and to learn where you can purchase the book. One of the many highlights in the Brooklyn borough of New York City is Jane's Carousel, located near the Brooklyn Bridge. The merry-go-round dates back to 1922, and its original home was in Youngstown. Here's the story of its restoration and journey to its new home next to the East River.
My husband, David, was supposed to develop what's now Brooklyn Bridge Park back in the early 80s, and he had a master planner, Ben Thompson. It was Ben's idea to have a carousel out there. There was nothing here. It was pretty much a desolate neighborhood. I was an artist and an art director. I worked at Estee Lauder at the time. Ben and my husband gave me the task of finding a carousel. It was in 1984, Youngstown, Ohio. Idora Park was the park that it was in, very beloved park. And it was being sold for development. They auctioned the whole park. The carousel was kind of the crown jewel. It was in fairly good condition, and it was all original to 1922. We didn't think we had a chance. And then we were the only bid, and it was like, holy cow, now what do we do? I spent years restoring it. I wanted to bring it all back to the 1922 palette. It had like 10 coats of paint on it. The way to do it was to use razor blades and scrape it all off. And then I would document it with very careful drawings and color matches. When we repainted, we mixed all those colors. It's very much what it was then, except for the gilding. I took artist license with the gilding. When I first started restoring the leaf on it in aluminum, I thought it looked awful. So I decided, too bad, I'm using gold leaf, and I did. It was exciting. It was like a little Santa's workshop. When people walked in, gasped. It was 48 horses all lined up. I think it was 27 years that I worked on it. We bought it in '84, and it opened in the park in 2011. When the carousel building was designed, it's 10 feet above the 100-year floodplain. So we thought that was fine. And then Sandy was coming. It was horrifying. Lower Manhattan lost power, and the rest of Brooklyn lost power, and we have LED lights that surround the carousel, and somehow they stayed on. And it looked like the carousel was being washed out to sea. Got up early in the morning, and by then the river had receded. And we went over there. Carousel looked fine, and it was fine. And we opened 2 weeks after Sandy. We brought in, electric heaters. It was really April before we were fully operational. The carousel is a classic 3-row machine, they call them, and it's 48 horses. There's kind of a hierarchy to the horses. The outside row are standers, and that means that they don't go up and down. They're quite huge, actually, and they're the most decoratively carved. The next row are jumpers. They go up and down, and they're a little smaller, and they're not quite as decoratively carved. A lot of them have some hand painting on the saddle blanket to make up for the carving. And then the inner row are ponies. They're actually quite small and adorable, really. Those were designed for little toddlers. The outside of horses, and this is typical of all carousels, it's called the romance side because that's the most heavily carved, and that's where all the jewels are, and the inside nobody really sees, so they're flatter, they're not all beautifully carved. The carousel's had well over 1 million riders, so it's very loved. There's a romantic notion about a carousel. There's some fantasy about it. It's just a very nostalgic thing. I enjoy that little kids still love it. Even infants will respond to the lights and the music. Lucky me, people still love it.
That's our show. Remember, you can revisit all of our stories at WOSU.org, as well as on the WOSU Public Media mobile app. And be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. We're closing out today's show with new music by the Molars, a Columbus band that has its influences in punk and rockabilly. Thanks for watching. Be sure to join us back here next week for more great stories on Broad and High.
A face we all adore, the latest solid product, we all should know her name, but I can't remember, somehow they look the same. Her golden skin was flawless, her hair was styled so fine, her figure was just perfect, her smile was so benign.
Production of Broad and High is funded in part by the Greater Columbus Arts Council, supporting arts, advancing culture, and connecting the community to artists, events, and classes at columbusmakesart.com.
And PNC, committed to Central Ohio, for the achiever in you.